Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is a Let's Build video. What are Let's Build videos? What they're all about. Well, in a Let's Build video, I take a model kit and I'll show you guys how to put it together. If there's any areas of concern from the instructions being numbered differently to the sprue, I'll give you guys a heads up. If there's any points of concern on the sprue, as in chains, pipes, anything you need to be careful of when clipping, or bits of that piece you're taking off that need to stay on there but look like they shouldn't, you know, I'll let you guys know. If you suffer with dyslexia or just struggle with instructions in general, this is a visual way to help you. If you're interested in buying new models or buying models for an army you already have but not sure how difficult the model is to put together, this is a visual way to help you. So for all my regulars here, guys, I feel love, thank you very much. I'll see you in a minute. So you would have seen from the thumbnail, I'm building striking scorpions. If I do this correctly, this video should be going up on the day of their pre-order. Okay, so tools needed as always: mold line scraper. You use a hobby knife or surgical type blade. If you're using something sharp, just be careful because it's sharp. Let people in the house know you're using it so nobody scares you by accident. Make sure there's no little hands around, you know, cats jumping up on you. Clippers, most useful part of a kit. Now I have sanding sponge. Now you can get sanding sponge or sanding block. The difference is the sponge is more flexible, the block is more rigid. You can get different gradients as well. It's basically just sandpaper with foam in the middle. It's easy, it's really nice for clearing pipes and chains, and it's also very handy when you put models together and go, look, I missed a bit of sprue there on the model, or I missed a bit of mold line. This is handy. It is a plastic kit, so plastic glue. I do have super glue at hand just in case, but most of the time we don't need it with plastic kits. So straight off the bat, this is the striking scorpions that come in a kill team box. As I said, they will, if I do this right, this will be up on the day of their pre-order. Now the box is coming in as a unit of 10, as it does in the kill team box, which is fantastic. So basically you get this massive sprue and this little sprue times 2. Okay, so we've got one set and two. We've got like 2 sets, but set 1, set 2. So for everyone that's new, what we do now, before we start picking numbers out, start looking at stuff, we actually look at the sprue and ascertain what's what to make our job a lot easier. Now, I can see legs. Yeah, which means I can see them all different poses, which means it's going to be very dynamic. I can see a head. You've got these heads that are open topped. These are Aeldari heads for some reason. I don't know if that's going to be a thing in the codex, but you've got the heads with the open top, and you've got the normal scorpion heads. You've got chain swords, you've got body parts, you know, there's back parts of the body. There's these bits that look like they hang off the model somewhere. That's that one. And this is pretty much the same. Just body parts. See, but that looks like a body part, but then you've got the chest piece that goes at the front. I don't know. Let's flip this around. Yeah, so you've got these little parts. You've got this little part as well. And we'll figure out what goes where. You've got the lovely little totem that goes with them. Yeah, there's a front body part. There's another front body part. So by the looks of it, there could be 3 pieces of body. I think there is, actually looking at the instructions, there's 3 pieces of body that go together to make the body. But anyway, we'll figure that out when we come to it. There's shrunken catapults as well. Or shrunken catapult pistols. So I'm going to finish getting set up, and I'm going to come back to you with the first pieces. Right, so the first thing I'm going to say, hopefully this is corrected when these go on pre-order and these come out. In the instructions for these, from the kill team box now, it says that they should be on a 32mm basis. Okay, the little totems go on 25mm basis. That's cool. So there's 2 of those, and this in the kill team box, the scouts go on the 28mm basis as well. Now when I open my box, there's 2 25mm bases And all the rest of the bases are 28 mils. So I don't know if they're meant to be on 28s and it's a printing error in the instructions, or if they're meant to be on 32s and they put 28s in by accident. Now that's in the kill team box. So hopefully that problem has been sorted out when it comes to the actual release. So the first thing I'm going to do is snip the totem off. I'm going to snip it off both sets. Yeah, just snip it, clean it. I'm going to glue it to their 25mm bases and get them out of the way. That's just very simple. Right, so we'll start with the Exarch. Now obviously there's two sets, so there's enough body parts to make two Exarchs. Okay. I am going to make the two Exarchs. I'm making them both differently, but I'll probably run them as a unit of 10. But just that gives me the option to run two different units. So there's two different options on the body first of all. So we've got 61, which is this one here, it's front of the body, or 62, which is the front of the body as well. There's 63, and we have 64. 64's here. Okay, so I'm just going to go with 61, 64 and 63. 63 and 64 are the pieces that go on regardless of what front body piece you take. So I'm going to take those three off this sprue, clean them down, show you how these go together, and then I'm going to do the same from the other set of sprue, so I have two bodies ready. Right, so number 64, which is this lovely little piece here, I put some glue in the back there. Now there's a slot there going down, the slot going across. So, and I thought, what the hell's going on there? But it doesn't actually do anything. It just slots in like so. Then the front of the body, which I've gone for 61, just glues over the front there like that. Okay, so I'm going to glue it into place, and we'll come back for the next piece. Well, I'll do the same on the other sprue, and then we'll come back for the next pieces. And so the next parts needed for this guy are on the small sprue, number 1 and number 2. We'll also need number 3, which is this piece here. So that's pretty straightforward. I'm going to snip them off, clean them down. I'll show you how they all go together. And so starting with number 1, put a little bit of glue on there. That just slots on there. It's going to give me problems now off camera, I guarantee it. It's going to give me problems when the camera's rolling. This is another reason why I use plastic glue on plastic kits, because if you have a problematic piece like this, looks like it's right. Yeah. So one half of the bottom is on there, and it's in the place. So the other leg then, the reason I'm doing that one first is because it's a little bit easier to line up the way it's going to go, because this one was very difficult for me to figure out. Even that's not right. You can see that's not right now. It's at the bottom. So we'll start by trying to put the bottom in place. Now the bottom's in place. We'll have a check at the front. It looks a bit, there's a little gap there, so I think that's quite right. Bottom looks better. The front looks better. There we go. So I'm going to let it dry for a few minutes, and I'll come back for the next piece. Now to go to the next, before I go to the next part, to show that I'm not spoofing you, it tells me 32mm base there. This is a 28mm base. So I can just double check. Let's go to the front of the book. There should be a little guide on the base sizing. Yep. So 28mm base. And the 32mm base. Right, so the next bit is gluing this little stone to the model. Now, I forgot to say to you on the foot there's a little peg. Leave the peg, or pin, if you want to call it that. There's a hole there, and that just slots into there. If you can't get it in, snip that off and glue the foot straight on. It's not an issue. Now these are still wet because I've just literally glued them. As you can see, by 9 minutes now in this video, I've actually just glued them now. So I'm probably going to snip it and glue it on. Okay, this then glue onto the base, and I have him standing on the stone with his other foot on the ground. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Right, so there's 3 different weapon options for the Exarch. One of them is the biting blade, the chainsword, with the scorpion's claw. Excuse me. One of them is the two striking scorpion blades, and one of them is with the big 2-handed blade. I'm going to go for the scorpion's claw because I always love that on striking scorpions, and I'm going to go for the 2-handed blade just because I want it to be a little bit different. So the first one is the scorpion's claw. We need number 7, which is on the small sprue, which is this one here. So we've just taken this slot, so it's up there. Now this is going to be a really fiddly part. There's a little nook just there, and that's where this piece goes. So I'm going to put a bit of glue there. I'm only going to need to show you this once. There's like a little bit there. There's the slots on there like so. Okay. I think that might need to be nudged forward a little tiny touch. There we go. So that's that piece. And the next piece we need for the first guy is number 66, which is this little piece here. Now it's on the big sprue, and we've taken them from down here. So put in this corner. This is what the inside of the piece looks like. Now we've got this little piece at the bottom that goes around his leg. This bit goes around the top of the waist. So I'm going to glue that into place. It's very fiddly, so I'm going to put some glue on there, glue it into place, and then show you where it is on the model itself. So it goes on something like that. It's a pouch. I was trying to figure out what it was, and it's like, oh, okay, it's a pouch. So that's, let me frame the model, stay. So that's him. That's the one with the scorpion's claw. The one with the 2 chain swords has exactly the same. Okay, but the guy with the double-handed chain sword has a different piece. He has the holster of the pistol, which is right next to the scorpion's claw on the big sprue, so it's nice and easy. Again, I'm going to glue over. So the same sort of connections, goes on the, in the same sort of way. So I'm going to snip it, clean it, glue it on the second guy. That one on a bit better, a bit easier than the other one actually. Well, so the next pieces we need is the scorpion's claw and number 70, which is just there. I'm going to snip the 2 pieces off. I'll show you how they go on. Now bear in mind there is a handle on the shrunken catapult. Okay, so you just keep that on there. Right, so the shrunken catapult, which I need dropped, there is a little pin. That's how easy that's to drop. I did it the wrong way around anyway. So there's a little pin just there, and there's a little hole just there I put glue into. Obviously it has to go on. It's very fiddly. With the gun facing forward. So I'll leave that to dry for a moment. the next piece we need is number 69, which is down here. Yeah, so we took, we took 68, which is the claw, and 70, but that's where we took. That's where the chainsaw is. I'm going to slip it up, clean it down. I'm going to show you how this goes on, but then I won't need to show you that again on the other guys. Now it's very straightforward. There's a flat piece. There's a flat piece. I put some glue on it, as you can see. I actually put a little bit of glue on the top of the arm there because it slots in underneath his shoulder pauldron type thing. So it just gives me 2 more points of connection. The scorpion's claw, exactly the same thing. Flat piece, it's a flat piece on the other side. So I don't need to show you that because I'll do that off camera now. Right, now some of you are going to go to me, John, the double-handed weapon, why did you go for that? That's the most difficult one to build. I like it. I want to put it on there. So, you know, and if I could do the difficult one, and you guys decide, okay, I'm going to do that, then great, you know how to do it. If not, then, you know, you've done an easier option, which all 3 of them are great anyway. So what we need is 76, which is this one here. So we've just taken this one for the first guy. Obviously, this is the other sprue now. 76 and 75. Okay, so there's the claw, so you can see what that one is. I'm going to snip those 2 pieces off, and I'll show you how they go together. Right, so what I've done, I've put a little bit of glue on the 2 points of contact, which is there and where it goes on the arm. I glued that arm on just a few minutes previous, and this arm goes in there. Actually, that's a really good connection. It's going to hold. It's actually almost perfect. Of course, this arm doesn't want to stay. So as you can see, it's slightly off now. So what I do is I come over this, I just tilt it down, tilt that over. Keep nudging it. Of course, the arm must come off. A pain in the backside. Near enough. I hate when it does that. I'm focusing on the model and the camera size is going to go out of focus. It's almost perfect. Of course, you want to come off. Don't be silly now. But you get the idea. So I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to just make sure it's on properly. As close as I'm going to get it. It's very, very fiddly, this one. But as the glue's drying, just keep giving it a little tap and it'll just... And there's a little bit of glue in the top of the pauldron there, just to help hold it. So just the 2 of them. So there are different head options. They have some sort of mad helmet, which looks like more like a Die Avenger helmet from the angle that I'm looking in the instructions. They have the one with all the feathers, or not feathers, but all the bits coming off the dreadlocks, so we call them, hanging off the head. And we have the Aeldari one, which is the open head with dreadlocks. So I'm going to do one Aeldari one and one just normal helmet. So the Aeldari one is number 81 for the Exarch, and number 82, which is this one here. So I'm going to snip them both off, clean them down, show you how they go together. Another fiddly bit. So there's a little bit in the middle of the dreadlocks there. There's a little pin on top of his head that just sits on there like so. So I'm going to glue that into place and then give that a few minutes to dry and come back for the next piece. Before I'll show you that guy going on, this is the other head you can have for the Exarch. I think this is amazing. So the angle I'm looking at it from, it looks like it's Divergent head, but it's absolutely not, 100% not. That is just beautiful. So that's the one I'm going to go with. I'm going to snip that off, clean it down. I'm going to show you how this one goes on. The other one goes on exactly the same. And then I won't need to show you how the heads go on. I need to show you how to make a normal guy's head, but that's very simple. So the first piece I need is number 77, which is his Mender Blasters. Now both Exarchs have the same Mender Blasters. So it'll be one on this sprue, one on the other sprue. I'm going to snip it, clean it, and I'll show you how it goes to the head. I thought I made a boo-boo. I didn't. When I put the body together, 64 and 65 is the option. I can't remember if I showed you that or not, but that's the second guy has 65 on him, not 64. The first one is 64. The other piece is the second one 65. Right, so we'll go with this head. There is a small little pin in the back there. There's a small little gap that just slots in like so. So don't tell me that doesn't look amazing. I'm going to do that same with the other guy, with the other head. So to put the heads in, there's two ways of doing it. Both very simple. There's a diamond shaped hole. There's a diamond shaped pin. It just slots in. If you can't get it in, snip the pin off at the bottom. Snip that pin off at the bottom, and then just glue head straight on. Now I don't need to show you how to glue the heads in again. There is the Aeldari one. So and then nicely. There's this one. This one looks absolutely amazing. I really like that. And I randomly chose the front body part, so it just looks so cool. You can make a normal guy, one Exarch and one normal guy if you want to. Normal guy is body parts 4, 5 and 6, goes on the same way. It uses the same legs as the other Exarch model. The same little stone bits to stand on. Gun pouch 84, which is a gun pouch. I'd imagine they're all going to be the same on the rest of the Scorpions 84 because it's a gun pouch without any holster in it, any pistol in it. Or I think it's a normal pouch, I'm not sure, something like that. Number 7 that goes on the side. Chainsaw number 9 and shrunken pistol number 8. Okay, so that's that one. Well, we're going to start with the next guy now. So the next guy on the small sprue, we need number 16, which is that one there. We need number 17, which is this one here. And we need number 18, which is this little piece over here. I'm going to snip and clean them, glue them together because they go same as the other two did. Right, legs for the next guy. Still on a small sprue. Number 14, which is here. And number 13, which is there. We also need number 15, which is that stone. So I'm going to snip those 3 pieces off, clean them down, show you how they go together. I just said I'll show you how they go together. I don't need to show you how the legs go together. I've already done that with these guys. The only difference with these normal guys is the torso goes all the way down. So there's no bum on the back of the legs. The legs just slot into place. As you can see, on they go. Now, as we put these guys on, he fell forward a bit, put them back up, fell forward, and eventually just keep doing that and just keep. It'll be knife close just to keep, just if they start. Here we go, see. Let's bang the table. That's what I do now. Just put him back on, make sure his hole covers the foot covers the hole. If you don't want to sit there do that, get a paint pot. What do you make with a paint pot? His knee this side is against the paint pot, so as the glue starts to take hold, he'll stand up. You'll be, in perfect place. So then we're going to move on to the next piece. Right, so the next thing we need is 19, which is in the little sprue top corner. I don't need to show you how that goes on. It goes on the side as same as the other two. Right, next these guys have 20 and 21, which again is on the small sprue. So I'm going to snip them off, clean them down, glue them on. I don't need to show you how they go on because it's very straightforward. Chainsword on this side, shrunken pistol this side. Right, so next we need head number 23, it's a scorpion head, or head number 24, which is the Aeldari head. I'm just going to go with the plain scorpion heads for these guys. And we need Manda Blasters number 22, which is all on the same small sprue. I've shown you how the, oh no, I'm going to show you how this one goes. No, I'm not actually, because this is just, they have their little dreadlocks in the back of the head. So there's no need to glue dreadlocks onto them. So it goes in the same way. So I'm going to glue them together, glue them into place, and then we'll come on to the next two guys. Right, so I haven't put the heads in yet, but I'm just waiting for them to dry for a few minutes and then I'll put them on. I've already shown you that, so don't need to worry about that. The next one we need is on a small sprue, number 30. So we've just taken this one here, so we need this one, number 30. Then on the big sprue, we need number 29, which is located here. This is the side we haven't taken anything from yet. So number 29, and where's number 28? Where did I see it? So this small sprue. That's the big one. Where are you? I just saw it. No, sorry, it's on the small sprue. I know I saw it. It's down here, 28. So I need 28, 30, and 29. I'm going to snip and clean them, put them together. I don't need to show you that, I've already done that. It's exactly the same as the other ones. Right, next pass we need number 25 on the small sprue, it's this leg, number 26, and number 27. 27 is another little rock for him to stand on. So I'm going to snip those three off, clean them down. I'm going to put them on the model, and I'm going to glue it to the base. Again, I don't need to show you that because I've already done that. Right, now we need number 31, which again is on the small sprue. You know where that goes now, the side of the model. Let's glue them on. And for these ones then, on back onto the big sprue. With number 33, number 32. Again, this is on the side we've only just taken one thing from. So we need to take these to the corner now. You know how they go on, it's so simple. Right, so we need head number 35, which is this one here. So we've just taken the two weapons from here. There's the head, number 35. The camera decides it's going to focus. And Manda Blasters, number 34. So they go together the same way. I'm going to snip clean, and then I'll glue the heads in, but I'll probably do the same way to the other two, just move them to one side with their heads, and then move on to the next two guys. Right, the next guy now is 40, which is on the big sprue here. We've just taken those weapons, so that's where it is. 40, 41, and 42. Obviously, this is one set of sprue. There's still another one on the other set of sprue as well. Just thought maybe I'm confusing you guys. So yeah, I'm building two guys at a time. Right, next two pieces we need are number 37. This is on the big sprue. Number 38, and I think we need number 39 as well. The little rock there. So I'm going to snip them, glue them on, glue them to the base, and then come back to you again. I just want to make a note of this. There's a little triangle bit at the front of the heel. That's to stay, because that triangle bit slots into there. Okay, so don't snip that off. The next piece we need is number 43, which is down this corner here. You know where it goes. And the weapons for this guy, number 44 and number 45, we've just taken this piece here. So you can see the other side, the other end. I'm going to snip them, glue them on. I will say this though, when you're doing the weapons arms, put the gun arm on first. It's just a lot easier. You're not messing around trying to... The gun arm goes on first. It's a lot easier, trust me. Right, and the head and the mandibles for this guy, or mandiblasters. Head is here, number 47. The mandiblasters, number 46. So we took that one for the side piece. That's that one that was there. There's mandiblasters. The chainsaw was that side, and the gun was up here. Head's here. So I'm going to snip those off, clean those down, glue them together, and I'll come back to you for the last guy. Right, so on to the last guy. Now it's pretty straightforward. I can already tell you from the start, on the big sprue, 2 legs that are left, that's the last guy's. There's his chest, there's his body part, and there's his back. And 55, that's his little bit that goes on the side of him. And it's 57, 56. So we got his chainsaws are here. Chainsaw, his weapons there. And then it's 59 head, which is here. 51 is his little bit of stone that sits on. It's just straightforward. So I'm going to just whack these 2 guys together and then come back to you for final thoughts. And there we have it, guys. Very nice. Now, there's not really many concerns with this model. There's a few fiddly bits, but yeah, it's not that difficult. The fiddliest bit being the little bit that goes on the side of the body. The mandiblasters can be fiddly, but once you get a couple on, you know what you're doing. You just work away on those. Would I buy another box of these? Yes, I would. Of course I would. These are absolutely fantastic. I think actually another box would be really justified in the army and just be a nice addition. 3 units of 10, infiltrated up the table. 1 led by a Phoenix Lord, giving the opponent nothing but hell. Difficulty for these guys, I'd say probably 3.5. The 3.5 I think maybe a bit too high. They're not overly difficult, but it's just there's a few fiddly pieces. They're not Necron fiddly, but they are, or Sisters fiddly, but there is a few fiddly pieces. But once you get the body, the front of the body, the middle of the body and the backpack together, and then figure out how the legs go on, I'm just going to keep something to fall over. It is pretty straightforward. So yeah, it's a very nice addition. I'm going to bring down and show you some pretty pictures. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. It costs you absolutely nothing. Turn your notifications so you don't miss anything. Everyone smash the thumbs up button so it triggers YouTube to share this video with more and more people, which makes this amazing community of you guys grow even more. So until next time, guys, thank you for watching. Take it easy.